Keir Starmer is facing yet another wave of scrutiny, but this time, the pressure isn't just coming from his political opponents or frustrated voters. It's coming from an unexpected source. Comedian Jim Davidson, never one to hold back his opinions, has taken aim at the Labour leader, delivering a sharp critique that has sent social media into a frenzy. And as if that wasn't enough, reports suggest that key EU leaders are quietly signaling that Starmer's leadership might be in jeopardy, fueling speculation that his resignation could come within days. So, is there any truth to these rumors? Is Starmer's position really under threat, or is this just another political storm that will eventually blow over? Let's start with Jim Davidson's involvement. Known for his no-nonsense approach to comedy and commentary, Davidson has never been shy about his political views. He has often criticized Labour, arguing that the party has lost touch with working-class voters. In his latest remarks, Davidson took direct aim at Starmer, questioning his leadership, his policies, and even his ability to connect with the British public. His comments weren't just another comedic jab. They struck a nerve, especially among those who already doubt Starmer's leadership credentials. Social media lit up with reactions. Supporters of Davidson found his remarks refreshing, seeing them as a much-needed reality check for Starmer. Critics, on the other hand, dismissed them as yet another attempt to undermine Labour's chances ahead of the next election. Regardless of which side people fall on, one thing is clear. Davidson's words resonated enough to keep Starmer's leadership under the microscope. But then, things took a more serious turn. Reports began circulating that several EU leaders, figures who traditionally align with Labour's policies, are quietly expressing concerns about Starmer's ability to lead the UK effectively. While no official statements have been made, the whispers are growing louder. Could this mean that Labour's internal factions are also losing confidence in Starmer? And if so, what happens next? The idea that Starmer could resign within 3 days may seem dramatic, but it wouldn't be the first time a political leader faced sudden and unexpected pressure to step down. The Labour Party has historically been ruthless when it comes to leadership changes. Just ask Jeremy Corbyn, who was once celebrated but later pushed out when party confidence wavered. If internal critics believe Starmer isn't the right figure to lead Labour into the next general election, the calls for his resignation could gain momentum. However, let's take a step back. Is Starmer actually on the verge of resigning? At this point, there's no concrete evidence to suggest he's planning to step down. What we do know is that the political landscape is shifting rapidly. Labour's strategy in the coming months will be crucial, and any signs of weakness, whether real or perceived, could give the opposition more ammunition. If EU leaders are indeed signaling their doubts, it raises an even bigger question. Who would replace Starmer if he were to step aside? Labour has a few recognizable figures waiting in the wings, but none have yet emerged as a clear alternative. The party has spent years rebuilding its image after the Corbyn era, and any sudden shakeup could either strengthen Labour's position or send it into chaos. Meanwhile, Davidson's comments, though comedic in nature, highlight a growing frustration among voters who feel disconnected from mainstream politics. Whether Starmer acknowledges this criticism or dismisses it as political noise will likely shape public perception in the weeks to come. At the heart of this story is a much larger issue: the fragile nature of political leadership. In today's world, a single viral moment, a high-profile critique, or shifting alliances within international politics can change everything overnight. Starmer might not be resigning in 3 days, but the pressure he's facing is real, and it's not going away anytime soon. So what do you think? Is this just another round of political speculation, or are we witnessing the beginning of a major shift in Labour's leadership? One thing is certain: British politics is never short of surprises, and the next few days could be more interesting than anyone expected.